Hi, I'm Sara Moser for Choices Coach, and I'm going to be taking you through my pumpkin pie spiced oatmeal recipe for roughly 240 calories. The recipe is actually in this book, Choices Coach Weight Loss Menu Guide, available on Amazon. So I wrote this book, and this is in the breakfast at home section under oatmeal. And I'm going to be using quick oats, pumpkin pie spice. Instead of pumpkin puree, like the recipe in the book, I'm actually going to be using pumpkin butter. If you can see that, pumpkin butter from Trader Joe's. And so this is slightly more calories. The recipe in the book I paired with having a glass of almond milk. We're not going to be having the glass of almond milk. We're just going to be having this as a dessert, and it's going to be amazing. And so it's slightly more calories to use the pumpkin butter, but it's going to be slightly more delicious. So there's that. And I'm going to be skipping the almond milk, so it's still going to stay within the 240 calorie range. And let's get started. I'll show you how I make it. So here are the ingredients. I have a tablespoon. We're going to use a tablespoon of that pumpkin butter from Trader Joe's. Then I've got about 1/3 of a cup of quick oats or instant oatmeal, or you can use a 100 calorie pack. So 1/3 cup of that. 1 tablespoon of some really good white chocolate chips. So I would recommend using the fancy kind, the good kind, because you want it to be high quality. And then we're going to use about 1/8 of a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, or just to taste. So just a few dashes of that to taste. And so I'm going to combine that with the oats. Okay, so now I've added my pumpkin pie spice to the oats. Kind of mix your dry ingredients first. Give that a little mix. Then I'm going to add that 1 tablespoon of the pumpkin butter. I want to get all that goodness, that yummy goodness in there. Okay, I'll deal with that here in a second. Add your chips, and then we want to add less than 1/4 cup of boiling water. So go ahead and boil your water either with a kettle or in the microwave, and then I'll show you how we add that in. Okay, so I'm not going to use a whole lot of water. I'm going to use some of that boiling water to get that yummy goodness out of that tablespoon. Okay, and since I'm not using a ton of water, it kind of makes the consistency a little bit more like cookie dough, which is what makes it taste so good. And you can always add more water if you need to later. I'm gonna mix that up. Okay, I've mixed that up, and now you can tell it's about the consistency of a cookie dough batter, or like an oatmeal cookie. And I am going to add on, just for a little garnish and just to really hype up those flavors, I'm adding just a few more of the white chocolate chips, and I'm going to add some candied pecans, lightly candied pecans, and pumpkin spiced pumpkin seeds from Trader Joe's. This will add a few more calories, but it's going to be so worth it because it's going to be so good. Okay, so I've added my seeds and nuts. Look at how delicious that looks. Amazing, right? Now, time to taste. Okay, I've got my oatmeal ready, and I'm gonna give it a taste here. Garnished with the nuts and the seeds, and a little bit of those white chocolate chips. So good. So ridiculously good. Look at this. I want to give you a bite. Oh, I just dropped some. The crunch from the seeds and the nuts, so ridiculously good. So ridiculously good. So worth it. You can get more recipes like this one from my book, Low Calorie. The book is called Choices Coach Weight Loss Menu Guide. I used to be 50 pounds heavier, so I'm not kidding you. You can definitely eat your way to a healthier, happier you and get that weight off and still be eating deliciously well-prepared food, but you can still enjoy some indulgences. And so I'm telling you, buy the book today. It's on Amazon, and I will teach you the right portions in this book that you can still have some indulgences. You can still enjoy the food that you like to eat. It's just a matter of knowing what quantity, how much can I have, and still be able to lose your weight while eating the food that you love. Buy it today.